Good evening. Good evening, Eagle, Nick, audience. You know what I mean, Burn. Good evening, the truth spitter. How you doing, Michael? Good evening, everybody. We are live in Dalton, Georgia, the carpet capital of the world, live at the Eagle's Nest. Good evening, Rocky. What's up, cuz? NH Mountain Girl, thank you so much for coming on to the live stream. Good evening, Mewtwo. How are you doing this evening, NH Mountain Girl? Good evening, Milford D. Well, I went up there to Providence Ministries and I got a plate of baked chicken and mashed potatoes and green beans and a dinner roll. Michael Kunkel, I'm going to be accepting a plea agreement on December the 1st. I'm going to go ahead and accept the plea agreement they offered because if I take it to trial, I know I will lose at trial and I'll end up spending 6 months in jail, get the maximum fine, which is $1,000 plus court costs and surcharges. So I know it would end up costing me over 6 months of my time and over $2,000 that I don't have to pay. They offered me 12 months probation with 5 days in jail, a $300 fine, and 30 hours of community service. So I will be going to jail and serving 5 days on December the 1st. Hey, I'll be right back, everybody. I'm going to go in here and make me something to drink. I'll be right back. Everybody double tap your screen to give old EagleNick a like. Good evening, Alan Davis. Well, Michael Kunkel, it is better for me to take that deal than to end up having to spend 6 months in jail. Good evening, Corey Brown. All right, I'm back, everybody. Hey, Keith, to keep an eye on the place over here. You know, Keith just lives right next door. It would just be a lot better for me in the long run to go ahead and get this behind me. That way I don't. Good evening, Michelle Mooney. Mooney, Michelle. Good evening, Erica. Hey, I didn't know how this court system is around here. Good evening, Northwoods Press. Good evening, Miss Lynn Lawrence. Good evening, Robert Palmer from Ringo, Georgia. How is everyone doing this evening? Everybody be sure to double tap your screen to give old EagleNick a like. And be sure to share this here live stream. Good evening, Dean. 1911 DNT. You know what I mean, Burn? Thank you for that 100, Erica. Try not to work too hard. I hope you have a good break. Hey, Michelle, NH Mountain Girl and Northwoods Press are good friends of mine. They are some awesome people, and I'm so thankful to have them as my friend. But we'll have 1 week as of tomorrow until old EagleNick will be going to that there Whitfield County Detention Center to serve 5 days. But then I will be back out and about. And I'll make sure to do a live stream when I walk out of the Whitfield County Detention Center. Now, that'll either be Saturday or Sunday. If I go in Monday morning, I should get out Saturday. Hello, Cheery 85. Yeah, I hate it too, Miss Lynn Lawrence, but it is just so much better on me mental health wise to be able to stop having those panic attacks and anxiety attacks. Hey, love you, Michelle. You try not to work too hard and have a great night. Good evening, YouTube audience 2.0. Now, if anybody would want to send any money in for me to use on the commissary, you would go to jailatm.com. The Whitfield County Detention Center. And my inmate number is 20517. Hello, Alma. Hey, Kick Rocks, Alma. Get a clue, dumbass. Yeah, we're not going to leave somebody in there with a username like that because that is race baiting. Now, they were just trying to get me to read out that username, trying to make it sound like I was talking racial slurs. But EagleNick is smart enough. I don't just blurt anything out anymore. I've been burnt before doing that. Good evening, Lost Cause 187. Thank you so much for that there comment. That is the most southern accent that you have ever heard. Well, check out EagleNick's YouTube channel and you will hear a whole lot more of it. You know what I mean, Burn? United we stand, but divided we fall. EagleNick audience loves you all. Now, EagleNick will be going to serve 5 days in jail on December the 1st. Hey, I'm doing the best that I can. Michael Kunkel, the true spitter. You just don't know how rough it is in my head. Zombies in my head, in my head, in my head, in my head. Yep, that is my inmate number. It does not change. Good evening, Freighter alum. Hello, Richard Ortiz. Hey, I don't know where I'll be doing that community service at Milford. We'll just have to find out. Now that is how you could also email EagleNick audits when I am in that Whitfield County Detention Center. You can send emails. You can send me emails while I'm in the Whitfield County Detention Center using that same information. But I would rather just get it over with. Try to stop all those panic attacks and anxiety attacks and all that stress. Stop having to call the bondsman every Monday until it's took care of. You know, I have to call the bondsman tomorrow after 9 a.m. to let them know there's been no changes. I still live where I lived. Yakety yak, don't smoke crack. You know what I mean, Burn? Now they better be counting that 5 days in jail towards that 12 months probation, or otherwise they would be giving me 12 months and 5 days, and that is illegal. That probation should start the minute I accept that plea deal. Good evening, Alan Cooper. How you doing, Alan? Hey, I'm not going to let them live rent-free in my head. You know what I mean, Burn? If they want to live in old EagleNick audits head, they going to have to pay a tax. Yes, sir, Freighter Ilum. This is Dalton, Georgia, the carpet capital of the world, Whitfield County. And I will be in the Whitfield County Detention Center. Hey, that is not right. They did him dirty if they didn't count that damn 12 months. That usually does not count. It is 12 months probation, 5 days in jail, 5 days to serve in jail, a $300 fine, and 30 hours community service. They would not drop the 5 days in jail, or I would have took that plea agreement the same day, Friday, November the 21st, when I went up for my arraignment. I told them that I would accept that sentence if they would drop the 5 days in jail, because I couldn't accept that plea deal at that time because I had my bicycle outside of the courthouse and I had to find somebody to feed my cats. If I had walked up there to the courthouse, it would have been a different thing. I could have went ahead and accepted that there plea deal and went ahead and went to jail, but I couldn't leave my bicycle outside. Oh, I won't be in there on Thanksgiving. I'm going on December the 1st. No, it'll probably be I have to do a full 5 days. Good evening, when Larry sings. Hey, Frater, you're to try to see what it's like in that there Whitfield County Detention Center. Hey, it's like Kenny Rogers once sang in that there song. No, I have not took the deal yet. I will be taking the deal on December the 1st. I will be taking that deal on December the 1st when I go for pre-trial conference calendar call. Kenny Rogers said, you got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. But you can't beat a stacked deck. Good evening, Guppy. How you doing? Great to see you again. Hey, on the live stream this morning, somebody sent me a $20 donation directly via Cash App, and I can't remember who it was. It was somebody that, oh yeah, it was. Hey, I want to give a shout out and a thank you to RJ Adventures. RJ Adventures for that $20 donation directly to Cash App. Good evening, Backyard Fun Country Boy. Thank you for that 100. Hey, 5 days really ain't nothing, y'all. Don't worry about that. I could do that standing on my head. I just hope they don't give me 5 more to get back on my feet. You know what I mean, Vern? Thank you, Corey Brown, for that there high five. Good evening, Joe King. How you doing, brother? Great to see you again. Yes, that sure was awesome of RJ Adventures. He asked me if I had Cash App, and I gave him the Cash App, and he had sent $20. Hey, Miss Sherry was telling me they dismissed her charges. That's how much they hate EagleNick around here in Dalton, Georgia, the city of Dalton. How they hate EagleNick. They arrest homeless people for the same charges that I've faced, criminal trespassing and now disorderly conduct. They let them homeless people bond out on their own recognizance, signing their name, and then they drop their charges, don't even try them in court. They did that for Butch Trammell on a trespassing plus another charge. His bond was over $1,100, and they let him do a on recognizance bond while he was living under the Walnut Avenue Bridge. They let Scary Sherry do a OR bond, on recognizance bond, when she was living in a tent down by the railroad tracks. And then they dismissed her charges, just dropped her charges. Yep, they try EagleNick through the state court, Superior Court, when they were trying Butch Trammell and scary Sherry through the magistrate court, where they always try misdemeanor charges in Dalton, Georgia, unless you are EagleNick audience. You know what I mean, Vern? Now that in itself is a clear and direct violation of the 14th Amendment of the United States Constitution to equal rights and equal protections under the United States Constitution, as well as a direct violation of my First Amendment rights to freedom of the press, free speech, freedom of religion, the freedom to peaceably assemble, and the freedom to redress my government with my grievances. It is a retaliatory tactic. Hey, Scary Sherry has never been to my house. Good evening, Kara Sinelli. How you doing, Kara? Thank you for the high five, Corey Brown. You know, if some of them other YouTube channels that claims to support the Constitution, like the Civil Rights Lawyer, if they would cover my case, it would get it out there to a whole lot more people. Hey, I've not seen my brother or sister-in-law yet, but I'm sure they'll be able to feed the cats. Like I said, they live right next door to me. Or I can just leave some cat food outside. I've got some sealed containers to keep them in. And then I could get somebody to come by here, one of my homeless friends or somebody. I'm sure my little brother will do it, or his wife. Boy, somebody's down there doing some donuts in the parking lot down there at Al Rollins. Yeah, that's the thing about it, Guppy. I can't pay no lawyer. If I had the money for a lawyer, I would have never even went to trial on that criminal trespassing at the post office, and I never would have went to trial on a disorderly conduct. It was all while I was exercising my constitutional rights. Now, the United States Constitution trumps city, county, state, or federal laws that violates those constitutional rights. Hey, I would like to thank everyone for coming on to the live stream this evening. I guess we're going to go ahead and end it a little bit earlier than we normally do. We're not going to let it even go all the way to an hour. Coming up on 37 minutes, I guess I might go ahead and get off here. I might go in here and watch something on that there Pluto TV or maybe on YouTube. Boy, somebody's down there tearing that parking lot up. Nope, we do not have any street lights on our street. We are in the county. They only have them there street lights in certain places in the county, and it ain't very many places. They have the street lights mainly in the city. The only street lights we have in the county is the ones on the cars riding up and down the road. Hey, we do not have any civil rights lawyers around here in Dalton, Georgia, Guppy. But thank you all so much for coming on to the live stream. Take care of yourselves, but please take care of each other. Try not to think of people that you do not know as a stranger, but more like a sister or a brother. United we stand, but divided we fall. EagleNick audience loves you all. Peace and bacon grease. You know what I mean, Vern. I am EagleNick, and I'm out.